Welcome to Ruperi Computer Science and Career Institute. Our today's topic is functions, derivatives and their applications. So functions, derivatives and their applications. First we learn functions. Let f be the function from set of real numbers to real number. Write as let f from R to R. Function f defined as y is equal to fx means all values of x in domain R under f corresponding values y is equal to fx in range set R, where the set, domain and range are subsets of real numbers. Such a functions are called real valued functions. Now we learn standard mathematical functions. Standard mathematical functions. First, linear functions. Fx is equal to ax plus b, where a and b are constant. For example, y is equal to 3x plus 10, that is fx is equal to 3x plus 10. This linear functions, you learn at 8th standard, 9th standard and 10th standard the equation, that is x plus 1, x minus 5 or 2x plus 1 or x square plus 2x plus 1 or x square minus 2x. This type of equation you learn at standard 8, 9, 10. These equations are exactly the linear functions we learn here. Understand? Now we learn second function, that is constant. That is constant function. Fx is equal to c, where c is a constant. For example, y is equal to fx is equal to 2. Now see, fx is equal to 2 for all x means all values of x, it should be go to 2's. Under f, all values, the function give the value is 2 only. कोई भी वैल्यू x का हम लोग लेते हैं ना, तो x का वैल्यू अंडर f आपको दो ही वैल्यू मिलेगा, दो ही वैल्यू दिया जाएगा. This function, this type of function we called as constant function. Another example is supposed to be fx is equal to 5 or fx is equal to 15 or fx is equal to supposed to be 8. These are the functions giving constant value for all x. Understand? Now third, functions with power of x. Here we learn power function, that is x raised to something, x raised to 2, that is x square, or x raised to 5 or x raised to n, like that. A function fx is equal to x raised to n is called power function, where x is called base and n is called power. For example, first, fx is equal to x raised to 5. Second, fx is equal to x raised to minus 4 by 3. See, these are what? X raised to 2, 3, 4. These are called as power functions, right? So these functions is called power functions, right? Now next, fourth, exponential function. For example, first fx is equal to e raised to x. Second, fx is equal to a raised to x, where a is greater than 0. This type of function we called as exponential function. Now next, fifth, logarithmic function. Logarithmic function. Now see, the function contains log value, then we call as logarithmic function. For example, y is equal to fx is equal to log x base e, where x is greater than 0. See, the function contains log value, therefore we call as it is logarithmic function. These are all the standard mathematical functions we learn. These are all standard mathematical functions. Now we learn standard functions from economics. Now we learn standard function from economics. First, we learn demand function. It is first demand. It refers to the quantity of a product is desired by the buyer. See, demand is what? It refers to the quantity of a product is desired by the buyer, and it depends on what? And it depends on price. And it depends on the price. Therefore, the demand function is defined as a relationship between the price and the quantity demanded. Therefore, the demand function is defined as a relation between the price and the quantity demanded. Therefore, D is equal to G of P, where D is equal to demand and P is equal to price. Here, demand is dependent variable and price is an independent variable. Now we understand how the demand is dependent variable and how the price we say that independent variable. For example, let's consider an example. For example, D is equal to P square plus 4. Now the demand function is given as P square plus 4. Now let P is equal to 1 and put it in demand function. Suppose P is equal to 1, then D is equal to what? 1 square plus 4. How much? That is 5. When P is equal to 1, D is equal to 5. Now I put P is equal to 2 in our demand function. Then D is equal to what? 2 square plus 4 means what? 4 and plus 4 is 8. Therefore, when P is equal to 2, D is equal to 8. When P is equal to 1, D is equal to what? 5. Means what? Demand is change when the price is change. Therefore, demand is dependent variable on what? Price. Understand? And price is an independent variable. Do you understand? Yes. Now next, second, we understand supply function. Supply function, it refers to the quantity of a product the market can offer. supply is in the market, no? Therefore, it refers to the quantity of product the market can offer, and it depends on what? And it also depends on the price. And it depends on the price. Therefore, the supply function is defined as a relationship between the price and the quantity supplied. Let's see an example, that is S is equal to F of P, where S is equal to supply and P is equal to price. For example, S is equal to 8P plus 16. Yes, here is, we can see the value of S is depend on price. Therefore, our supply function is depend on price. Okay. Now next topic is third point, that is break even point we learn. Now break even point, third, break even point or equilibrium point. Equilibrium point. First, according to law of demand, the demand decreases when the price increases. Thus, demand curve is a decreasing curve. Demand curve is decreasing curve. D is equal to F of P. Let we draw demand curve on diagram. See, left side, I draw y-axis at quantity Q. Now I draw x-axis price P. Now I draw the demand curve. See, this is demand curve and name it D is equal to F of P. Second, according to law of supply, the supply increases when the price increases. Thus, supply curve is an increasing curve. S is equal to GP. Now I draw supply curve in same diagram. See, I draw supply curve. This is supply curve, increasing curve. No, this side, supply curve. And now name it S is equal to GP. Now third, the point of intersection of the demand and supply curves represent that the specific price at which the demand and supply are equal. The point of intersection of demand and supply curves represent that specific price at which the demand and supplies are equal. This point is called the break-even point or equilibrium point. The corresponding price at which this point occurs is called an equilibrium price and is denoted by PE. Let's draw a line, dotted line from intersection of this demand and supply curve to x-axis, that is price. Let we draw in your diagrams, say the red line, and name it on price PE. Okay, and the intersection of demand and supply point, I made it over an arrow. See this arrow and name it break even point. This is break even point. This called is a break even point. At equilibrium price, the amount of goods supplied is equal to the amount of goods demanded. Means this equilibrium point is, the meaning is what? The amount of goods supply is equal to the amount of goods demanded. This is called the equilibrium point or a break even point. Yes? Understand? Do you follow this? Okay. Now next, fourth, the total cost function. Cost function C of producing X units of a product, then C is called the total cost function of X. That is, C is equal to Fx. For example, C is equal to x square plus 2x plus 1. Just is an example given. This is the cost function. Right? Now next, fifth, average cost function. Average cost function. The ratio between the cost function and the number of units produced is called average cost function. The ratio between the cost function and the number of units produced is called average cost function. Do you understand? Ratio means what? Division. Means what? The cost function is C and unit supposed to be X. Then C divided by X. This is called the meaning. Therefore, average cost is AC. That is, AC is equal to C divided by X. This is your formula for average cost function now. Okay. Now, next, total revenue function. Sixth number, total revenue function. So, total revenue function defined. Total revenue function is defined as R is equal to P into D. Yes, R is equal to P into D, where P is equal to price and D is equal to demand. For example, if D is equal to P square plus 2P plus 1, then R is equal to P into D means P square plus 2P plus 1. Therefore, P into that bracket is what? Multiple with that bracket elements. We get P into that bracket. That is, R is equal to P raised to 3 plus 2P square plus P is a final revenue function. That is total revenue function. Do you understand? Now, seventh, average revenue function. That is, average revenue is defined as the ratio between the revenue and the demand and is denoted by AR. Now, average revenue is defined as the ratio between the revenue and the demand. Means what? The average revenue AR is equal to what? Revenue R divided by D. This is your formula. That is, AR is equal to R divided by D. Okay, this is your formula. Now AR is what? AR is what? Revenue function, and revenue function's formula is what? P into D. Now I put it R value is P into D. Therefore, AR is equal to R value is put P into D divided by D. Now D cancel, gone out. Okay. Therefore, AR is equal to what? P. It's nothing but was price, selling price. Therefore, average revenue is nothing but the selling price per unit. Do you understand? Okay. Now next, eighth number is total profit function. The profit function is denoted by P and is defined by the difference between the total revenue and the total cost. Therefore, total profit function is equal to total revenue minus total cost. That is, P is equal to R minus C. Okay. This is called total profit. Okay. Now next we take an example on it. Example 1. Cost function C is equal to x square plus 4x plus 3, where x is equal to number of items produced and the demand function is P is equal to x square plus 5. Then find the total profit when x is equal to 20. Now see, our question say that find total profit when x is equal to 20. What is the meaning of that? Its meaning is it what? The question says that the 20 items when produced, then how much you get the total profit. This you find. Now first you understand total profit to find. First we have to find total profit function. And total profit function's formula is what? R minus C. Right now. Therefore, you must be find first R. R is what? Total revenue. Therefore, you have to find first revenue. Right? Now we solve the solution of this problem is, therefore, solution. Cost function C is equal to x square plus 4x plus 3. And demand function P is equal to x square plus 5 are given. Therefore, total revenue function R is equal to P into D. ये तो revenue function का formula है. R is equal to P into D. And D, in our question, D is given as X. Therefore, D is equal to X. Right? Unit, no? That is X. Unit का demand है ना? तो unit is X. Therefore, D is equal to X. Right? Now I put the value P and D in R. Therefore, R is equal to what? X square plus 5 first bracket into D is X. Therefore, x square plus 5 into x. Now I multiply x into that bracket. That is x into x square is what? X raised to 3 plus 5x. Therefore, R is equal to x raised to 3 plus 5x. This is your total revenue function. Right? Now, total profit function P is equal to revenue minus cost. This is your formula. That is P is equal to R minus C. Right? Now, put the values. Put the revenue function and put the cost function. Therefore, P is equal to x raised to 3 plus 5x. Just now I find revenue function, and the cost function is given in the question, that is x square plus 4x plus 3. Okay, now removing brackets and we write the calculation. Therefore, P is equal to x raised to 3 plus 5x minus x square minus 4x minus 3. When I take minus side inside, all these positive value get minus. Okay. Now in this only the calculation done in 5x minus 4x, that is get x only. Rest of the thing as it is, that is x raised to 3 minus x square and minus 3, right? Therefore P is equal to x raised to 3 minus x square plus x and minus 3. Okay, this is your what? Total profit function, right? This is our total profit function. Now we want to find what? At producing 20 unit of items, 20 items, how much the profit is? जबकि आपका 20 आइटम्स हम लोग ने प्रोड्यूस किया तो उसका प्रॉफिट कितना होने वाला है, ये आपको ये क्वेश्चन में निकालना है. तो यू हैव टू जस्ट पुट द वैल्यू x is equal to 20 in your profit function. Therefore, now the total profit function is equal to x raised to 3 minus x square plus x minus 3 when x is equal to 20. Now put the 20 instead of x. Therefore, P is equal to 20 raised to 3 minus 20 raised to 2, that is 20 square, plus 20 minus 3, right? Therefore, P is equal to 8000 minus 400 plus 20 minus 3. Therefore, P is equal to 7617. This is your profit when you produce 20 items. आपने 20 आइटम मैन्युफैक्चर किया तो उसका प्रॉफिट इतना होने वाला है 7617. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? तो ये मैथ्स है जिसकी वजह से आपको ये सब पता चलता है. इज इट? Today's enough. Thank you for listening.